In the second half of the 13th century, 74 nuns lived in the solemn monastery of St. Clare and St. John of Acre. As written by Brother Mariano of Florence, the monastery was labeled as solemn for its dignity and its perfection. A tragic event, however, marks the beginning of this story.
Quando nel 1291 la città viene assediata dai musulmani.
In 1291, the city was under siege by Muslims whose purpose was to expel the Crusaders. When Muslims entered to take the city, the Mother Superior of the monastery gave orders to the nuns to wound their own faces, in order to make themselves ugly and avoid being raped by them. Their faces scrawny, they looked bleak and ugly. Consequently, they were not touched by the besiegers. However, they were beaten to death.
Nessuno le tocca ma le ammazzano subito sul colpo.
Therefore, this is the only testimony we have, and it is precious to us, because it is known that Christians in this land gave their lives, often suffering a bloody death. Centuries later, the Clares returned to the Holy Land. It is not known how they arrived in this land in the 1800s because there is no evidence. The only fact that we know by intuition, which is a reality today, is that wherever a Franciscan presence is found, Clares communities also easily arise. The new front of the mission in the Holy Land was founded by the French nun, Mother Elizabeth of Calvary, and initially consisted of 15 nuns. Authentic relics that were preserved to this day attest to this story, which has perpetuated and is still alive today.
Viverlo qui in questa terra in Oriente assume un aspetto molto particolare proprio di essere semplice.
Living here in this eastern land takes on a very special connotation. We are a Christian presence in a context of great cultural, linguistic, and political complexity at all levels.
Complessità linguistica, complessità politica, complessità a tutti i livelli.
The Clares believe, as Monsignor Pier Battista Pizzaballa once explained, that to be close to Calvary, where Jesus poured his blood for humanity, has a unique mystical meaning.
E citando proprio una lettera della Madre Santa Chiara,
quoting a letter from Mother St. Clare, she said, "Stop and look. From the top of the cross, Jesus cries and groans. Stop and look to see if there is a pain like mine." Father Pier Battista told us, "I ask you to come and answer to this voice that keeps ascending from Mount Calvary."
dal Monte Calvario.
Sister Mary of the Trinity lived in this monastery that seems to rise toward heaven. The Clare nun died young and left a true spiritual legacy to this land, words which Christ himself uttered to her heart, an authentic prophecy for this land.
Ti ho portato qui, seguimi al Calvario e fino all'Eucaristia.
I brought you here. Follow me to Calvary and to the Eucharist. The word of the cross is not the last word, and Jerusalem must say it. This city should not only reveal a redemption that is stained with blood, but also announce the gift of the fruits of the Spirit. They are silent gifts, and there are plenty of them.
Tantissimi frutti di dialogo, di pace, di accoglienza.